All right, everybody. So the reason I'm recording this lecture is because yesterday I saw the silver bullet strategy of Casper SMC, and I think he made some mistakes, or in other words, his strategy could be made much more profitable. So in today's lecture, first I will show you the proof of why he was mistaken, okay, and then in the next part I will teach you in detail how to use the silver bullet strategy. And even if you are a beginner and you don't even know the ABC of silver bullet strategy, this lecture is still for you, okay? Like I will cover each and everything related to silver bullet strategy. Okay, so first, where were his mistakes? So Casper told you to trade between 3 to 4 am and 10 to 11 am as we do in the silver bullet, and then he told you guys to use 5 minutes. I also used the 5 minutes, but then he told you the moment you see a fair value gap during this window, you have to enter into your trade. Like you can see this trade, it was going down, so this was the 5-minute fair value gap. Okay, so according to Casper, the moment you see a fair value gap, you have to enter into your trade. Like here, you have to enter into your shorts according to his strategy. But you can see that the price retested this fair value gap and then it went up. So here the strategy failed. Okay, and let me show you another example. I will use this 3 to 4 am window. I will spot another mistake. You can see this is 3 to 4 am window. So according to the Casper strategy, you have to enter in these fair value gaps. Okay, so this is the fair value gap. Okay, according to strategy, you have to enter here. The price came down, but it was a small trade, then it went up. Okay, so the main move was to the upside. So how you can avoid these things? Okay, like how can you avoid these losses? So I'm about to explain you, but let me show you another mistake that he made. The next mistake there was that he told you guys that you guys have to close the trade before the 11 am and the 4 am window. Okay, but according to ICT, you guys should enter during this window, but for the targets you can wait even after the 11 am or 4 am. Okay, like you don't have to close during this window, you have to wait for the targets. And for indices, the target of ICT is 10 pips, and for forex, ICT uses 15 pips. So these were the two mistakes that Casper made in his strategy. Now I will explain in detail what the silver bullet strategy really is and how can you avoid these mistakes and turn these trades into profit. So first, in ICT silver bullet strategy, you have to trade between 3 to 4 am and 10 to 11 am. Okay, you don't have to trade in any other time frame. Okay, you just have to trade during this window, and you have to change your timings to UTC New York here. Okay, in this time zone, and then you have to draw these vertical lines at 3 to 4 am and 10 to 11 am. So this was the first step, and it's easy. I hope you get that. Now what's the next step? So in ICT silver bullet strategy, I use most of the time the 5-minute chart. Okay, so this is also a 5-minute chart. Every candle is a 5-minute candle here. Okay, this candle shows 5-minute price action. This candle also shows the price action. Now this every candle shows the 5 minutes price action. Okay, so during this time frame, during this window, you have to look for some structures like this. In case of the downward move, in bearish case, you have to look for something like this. Let me show you. Like if you see the price is going down, this is the 5-minute time. Okay, the price is going down. This is again the 5-minute candle, price is going down. Now the gap between the bottom of this candle and the top of this candle, this gap, this is called the fair value gap. Okay, let me write it. This is important. Okay, this is called the fair value gap. So our main focus is on finding these fair value gaps on the 5-minute chart during 3 to 4 am and 10 to 11 am. Now that was the bearish case. I will show you another bullish case, like if the price is going up like this, okay, the next candle also goes up, okay, this candle, let's suppose this is like this, and then finally you get something like this. So there is a gap between the bottom of this candle, the top of this candle. So again there is a fair value gap. I will color it green. So this is a fair value gap again in the bullish case. So what happens in these fair value gaps? So in silver bullet, what happens is the price goes up to this fair value gap. Sometimes it go even more up, and then suddenly it starts going down, okay? And in case of this, in the bullish case, what happens is the price goes down to this fair value gap and then it starts pumping. So that's why these fair value gaps are important. Now each and every fair value gap isn't a valid fair value gap, just as I shown you up here, okay? Here you can see this was a fair value gap, okay? There is a gap between the bottom of this candle and the top of this candle, but the price didn't come down, it went up. So each and every fair value gap is not valid. So in today's lecture I will show you the valid fair value gaps, but before doing that, let me teach you another thing called the SMT pairs and SMT divergences. So what are the SMT pairs? In trading, you have some correlated pairs, okay? Correlated, let me write it correctly. Correlated pairs. What I mean by the correlated pairs, like if the price of one asset goes up, the price of the other asset also goes up. Now I will show you some examples. For example, Euro and GBP. These two are the correlated pairs or SMT pairs. Now in crypto there is Bitcoin and Ethereum. So these are also the correlated or SMT pairs. In indices, you can see Nasdaq, as I will show you in this case, and SPX. They are also correlated and directly related. Now if you trade gold, the correlated pair is silver, okay? So now if you take the example of DXY, so euro is inversely related to DXY, okay? Like if the price of DXY goes up, euro goes down. So these are some of the correlated pairs or SMT pairs. Now what are the SMT divergences? So in SMT divergences, you get some divergences at the top, okay? Something like this, like if this is the euro, okay, and this is GBP, you can see that it sweeps this high and the other pair hasn't swept this high. So you get something like this, okay? This is called divergence, and this is called the bearish divergence. Now at the bottoms, you also get these divergences. You can see this low was swept and it made a lower low. Now if you see, this low isn't swept, so again you got something like this sign, the greater than sign, okay? This is also called divergence. This is the bullish divergence and this is the bearish divergence. Bullish divergences are at this bottom and the bearish divergences are at the top. So I hope now these are clear, the SMT divergences and the SMT pairs. Now why I'm explaining this? Now I will come to the point. You can see that we are using Nasdaq here. So the correlated pair is SPX, okay, as I shown you here, Nasdaq SPX. So we will compare this to the SPX. Let me show you. This is the SPX 500 chart, okay? So up here you can see that this is the Nasdaq chart, and here you can see this is the SPX chart. So now the next step is that we have to find these divergences during 3 to 4 am and 10 to 11 am. First, I will give you the example of this one, and then I will show you how you can avoid those losses in the Casper SMC strategy. You can see that in Nasdaq, the price came down, we got a fair value gap, okay? Now you are thinking whether to enter into this fair value gap or not. So this will show you. You can see that here it didn't sweep this low and the price remained up here, okay? And in case of the SPX, the price swept this low, okay? So here the price came down. So you got a sign like this. This is called divergence and it is at the bottom. So this is a bullish divergence. Now how can you enter into this fair value gap? This is a bullish divergence. So then you will avoid this fair value gap. Now you can see that then the price went up and we got another fair value gap here. You can see here. Now that you have the bullish divergence and also the fair value gap at the 10 to 11 am, so you will enter into this fair value gap and this will be your point to long, okay, and this will be your stop loss, and you will target 10 pips for indices like Nasdaq or SPX and 15 pips in Forex. You can also long in this one, but I usually use the one with more clear structure, like the fair value gap is more clear here. You can see that here too the price came down to this fair value gap and then it went up. So this way you can avoid the losses of the Casper SMT strategy and you can make it more profitable. I will show you another example here. You can see that the price is again going down, okay? So according to Casper strategy, this is the fair value gap, so you will enter here, but you can see this is just a small target, okay? So this is not a valid fair value gap. Why it isn't a fair value gap, a valid fair value gap? Because you can see that the price came down here, okay? Now the next step is waiting or looking for a divergence. So if you look at the SPX, you can see that here we got this divergence. This is also a bullish SMT divergence like this. Now that the price is bullish, we have to wait for the fair value gap to the upside, okay? So you can see that there is no fair value gap, okay? Now in such cases I shift to smaller time frames, okay? So like you have to use the silver bullish strategy on 5 minutes, but this is a clear divergence, so you have to look for fair value gaps on 1 minute or 3 minutes. If you get any fair value gaps on smaller time frames, still you have to enter. I won't shift to smaller time frames, but this is how it works. If you have this bullish divergence in this window, you can shift to smaller time frames. Now I will show you another example. Okay, so here you can see that you have a 3 to 4 am window here. You can draw this vertical line here. This is the 4 am, okay? Now you have a fair value gap here. Also you've got a fair value gap here, okay? But you can see that there is no SMT divergences at the bottom and there is no SMT divergence at the top. So this is a useless fair value gap, okay? You cannot enter into your shorts here. Also there is no entry during this window, so this is not a valid fair value gap, okay? So I won't enter into this. I will show you one more example. Okay, so this is another example here. This is the 10 to 11 am window. Let me show you. This is 10 am. This is your 11 am. Now you can see that there are fair value gaps, okay? One fair value gap is here and one is here, okay? So you can see in SPX that there is a fair value gap, okay? So according to the Casper SMC strategy, you will enter into your longs here, but you can see that there is no SMT divergence, okay? The lows haven't swept. See, these lows are not swept, so there is no divergence, and you can see that this wasn't a valid fair value gap. The price came down to this fair value gap and it went down, okay? So this is another proof that you have to look for these SMT divergences. Without these divergences, this strategy won't work. You have to avoid such trades where there is no SMT divergence. I hope the message is clear now. If you have any questions, you can ask me. But this is pretty much all about silver bullet. This is the simplest strategy. The only complicating thing is this SMT divergence, okay?